All right, seventh grade. This is your next writing assignment. It is called Dynamic Descriptions. Here's our next writing assignment. It's called Dynamic Descriptions. When writing, we want to make sure we are describing things dynamically. In today's lesson, we are going to be circling the nouns. A noun is defined as a word other than a pronoun used to identify any of a class of people, places, or things, common nouns, or to name a particular one of these, a proper noun. Remember, common nouns are not capitalized, but proper nouns are. First, we are going to circle all of the nouns in the paragraphs. Then we are going to add an adjective to each noun to make it more descriptive. An adjective is defined as a word or phrase naming an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. So, in the directions up here say, circle each noun in the following paragraphs. Think in an adjective, describe the noun. So I'm going to enlarge this quite a bit. Now, you can circle, you can highlight anything to say what is the noun. I'm going to highlight it. So if I read the first paragraph in the first sentence, the family found a place to camp. In this sentence, the word family is a noun and place is a noun. Now, the word to camp, camp can either be used as a noun or a verb. With the to in front of it, it makes it what's called an infinitive phrase. And we'll talk about those a little bit later. So, what we're going to do is we're going to think of a word that would help describe family since we did that. And you can use a text box or you can write above it. So the word family is a noun. So above family, I am going to put the large family found a place to camp. I got to describe the place. And a word I think of when I'm going somewhere to camp, I think of it as a great, and that was supposed to be an R, a great place to camp. In the next sentence, the campsite would be a noun, was in a clearing surrounded by woods. Those three words are nouns. They describe a place. Now I have to go back and think of adjectives. The perfect campsite was in a small clearing surrounded by, how about heavy woods? Heavy, in that case means just lots of trees, heavy woods. Now I'm going to go on to the next paragraph or next sentence. The parents begin to set up their tent. So we got tent. Now, there is a pronoun, and in this case, it's used as an adjective, so we don't need to highlight that. Then I'm going to add to those the wonderful, because your parents are wonderful if they are setting up their tent. Now, what kind of a tent? If it's a large family, it's probably going to have to be a big tent. Now, the next sentence. The children gathered wood for a fireplace. So then we got to come up with adjectives. The small children gathered lots. No, let's change that. Let's go with what kind of wood? Gathered firewood for a camp fire. Now, the next sentence, then they began to explore their surroundings. Now, surroundings, that one went to gray instead of yellow. That's okay. explore their, what if we did new surroundings? Because it's a new place to camp. Then we go to highlight. I go back to yellow. They ran down a path that led through the woods to a lake. Those are all nouns. When I go to add adjectives, down a steep, oh, I forgot to change the color. Let's go with steep path that led through the thick woods to a large lake. My R's are having the hard time getting them written. All right. There were boats in the lake and on the beach. So when I go to write and add adjectives, there were small boats in the, you can go ahead and use large lake, and on the sandy beach. Now, it was great to be on this vacation. So vacation is the only noun in this. So we got to say what kind of a vacation. This fantastic vacation. So that's the first paragraph. You will want to pause this video and make sure you have copied down what I have done to the first paragraph. For paragraph 2, I will help you find the nouns. Then you have to go back and add the adjectives. So I'm looking at the first sentence, and it says the teacher stood at the front of the room. Well, teacher would be a noun, and front would be a noun, and room would be a noun. She is a pronoun, so we're not going to deal with that. She was holding chalk in her hand. So chalk would be a noun and hand would be a noun. She wrote a sentence on the board. The teacher asked a question about the sentence. She called on Betty to answer the question. Betty wasn't listening to the teacher. She was thinking about her grandmother in the hospital. Betty couldn't answer the question. So there's the nouns. You want to go in and for each highlighted word, you need to add an adjective. And you can either use a text box or a stylus to write the word just above the highlight. So go ahead and pause the video now and get that paragraph finished. For paragraph 3, you have to go in and highlight all the nouns and then give me the adjectives that you're going to add to those nouns. I went through and I have counted up that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I believe there are 18 nouns. So you need to find 18 words to highlight, and each highlight needs an adjective added to it. So pause the video now and take care of paragraph 3. Now that you are done, don't forget to submit to me through Canvas. Have fun and enjoy. See you guys later.